What's going on, everybody? Captain Zeus here, and I'm back with another review, and this time it's over Dune Prophecy episode, what is this, 4? I will be going into some details about the episode, so spoiler warning for those of you guys that haven't seen the episode yet, although I am a little bit late on this, I do apologize, but let me know in the comments below your thoughts of the show and the episode, and like and subscribe for more. I will say this episode was definitely interesting, to say the least. A lot of stuff was kind of going on here. The main takeaways was that the sisterhood still has the AI technology. No questions have really been answered on that. Like, the whole episode was us just teasing for, I think, Lila to come back from the grave, if you will. And I also want to point out that I rewatched the Dune movie, and they said the Reverend Mother is to have the memories of all the Reverend Mothers before them. So it's weird how the show, they're saying it has to be a specific bloodline. I don't know if that's something that is changed later on because of the way they consume the poison, because in the movie they drunk it, but again, it depends on culture to culture. On the topic of the sisterhood here, it seems that everyone's just tripping balls. Everyone's having visions or delusions of something, and it's typically having to do with Shai-Hulud. It looks like a thinking machine. It has blue eyes, and it sounds like a thinking machine, and it kind of looks robotic, but they don't draw it like a thinking machine, although they keep the blue eyes. So is this the mind, the actual Lisa Al-Gaib? Is this the actual one that they're seeing that won't let them see any farther into the future? Is that who this is, or is it an actual thinking machine? Because if I recall correctly, it's not Paul, but like his son or grandson that becomes the actual Lisa Al-Gaib, the actual mind that transcends space and time. So if that is the case, is this who they're seeing, blocking them from seeing any further? Is that who is giving them their fear? And if so, why? Why is it that they're having these visions of Shai-Hulud and of this wall, essentially? So that's kind of interesting. I hope we can get that explained soon. Another thing that's like huge here, Desmond and the Empress. Desmond is kind of just chilling. Like he's just chilling this whole episode until he's given the A-OK to go and just start murdering people. Whereas the Empress, she is on the offensive. She's the one that spread the rumor. She's the one that's letting Desmond go and do Desmond things. And she is definitely, I feel, the only reason why the current emperor is still emperor and a rebellion hasn't happened sooner, because he's such a weak ruler. He is such a weak ruler, and that's probably why there's so much turmoil and schemes happening behind the scenes. It's because he's weak, and that's usually what happens when you have a strong ruler. Typically, you know, rebellions and plots and schemes and all that stuff don't uprise, especially all at once. It's usually when you have a weak ruler, and it definitely shows in this case. He's so hesitant, he's so scared, he's so just weak in his decision making, and it's really the queen that, you know, being an amazing wife and amazing support for him in the Imperium, she's the reason why he's still kind of not dead, because she gave Desmond the A-OK, and he put a stop to Mother Superior's plans and the rebellion's plans all at once, because he got the thinking machine, the bomb. He found all of the people that were scheming behind the Emperor's back, and he shut it all down. Now, one thing is, when he used his power, which still need an explanation on what that is, he sees Shai-Hulud, and then he sees that same like wall with the blue eyes. So I'm wondering if his powers are connected to the sisters, to the sisterhood, because again, I don't know how they have their powers. That's also never explained, and it would be interesting if their powers are connected somehow, some way. And it kind of seems like it, although Desmond's takes a huge toll. Homie was just bleeding out the back, and you even saw like his spine, and then from there veins growing out of just, I don't know if it's like he's burning but he's definitely in pain, and I'm curious as to what happens the more he uses it, because it's definitely giving a physical toll, but to what extent? And then we see Mother Superior. She's being a little freaking crybaby over the whole House Harkonnen thing. She has her whole freaking argument with her uncle, I suppose, about, you know, the reason why Harkonnens are the way they are right now. And, you know, he called her on her BS. He's like, dude, you just use everyone until you're done with them, like they're freaking dried up old rags, and then, you know, you just drain everyone of any life. Like, you're driving everyone either to their death or to do whatever you want them to do. And she's up here like, Harkonnens are weak. I'm like, girl, you're literally not in the right. he is completely right about everything he has said so far. It's freaking Robert Baratheon, for crying out loud. You listen to the king. For those of you that don't know, he's the actor that played Robert Baratheon in Game of Thrones. Anyways, this episode didn't really center around her, which I think is fine. Not every episode needs to, especially because she annoys me. Her having her plans blown up in her face was definitely amusing. And the episode ended with something freaking weird. It ended with Theo talking to her, but then he was transforming, and it looked like he was transforming into the black chick, the black sister that was with Mother Superior. So I wonder what her ability is, because if it's shape-shifting, she shouldn't be able to act like Theo. But if it's not shape-shifting, what is it? You know, I'm curious as to what her ability is and why she didn't want to use it in general. But nevertheless, this episode was alright. It wasn't too crazy. It definitely, a lot of the schemes that we saw in episodes 1 and 2 were being pushed forward a lot more in this episode, because again, you take out episode 3, nothing really important there. So I'd probably rate this episode like a 7 out of 10, to be honest. Nothing too crazy. Again, piquing my interest as to what's going to happen next. We're definitely like probably halfway through the season already, so I'm expecting things to start to pick up pace a lot faster. But what did you guys think? Have you seen the episode? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts. I'm Captain Zeus. I will catch you guys later. See ya.